Okay, y'all, gotta knock this video out real quick. Okay, hold on, where's my door? Hold on. First of all, let me unlock my cart. We wanna start there. Hold on. I got something to talk about, y'all. Okay, look, right. So this is video that I watched, clips of, right? I'm gonna insert the video clips in my video. But it was older people, I would like to say, at retirement age, who were saying how they couldn't afford to retire. See, this glove always breaking out. They can't afford to retire, right? So in the video, there were about three or four couples, a couple singles, who had talked about how they didn't have enough money. They either had to go back to work and get jobs. They are encouraged you to not retire early, and basically can't really even afford to retire early. Y'all talk about retiring early and stuff, and I even tried to retire. I was not ready. It's so funny. I tried, girl. What did they say? Nothing beats a failure. So my mom taught me, but a try. But I learned so much from that because I knew that I was ready. I knew I was going to be back to work. I didn't say I was never going to work ever again. I just knew that I didn't want to be stuck in life. So I wanted to build something for myself, but I wasn't financially able to do that because if I was working my job, I got laid off, y'all. I wasn't ready. I was preparing myself, working when I wanted to, working a little bit of this, a little bit of these little contracts, saving my money when I could. It wasn't consistent income. So once I got laid off, I didn't have enough savings to sustain me like I did years ago when I had got laid off of my surgery. So in any event, this time around, I'm doing everything different. So I'll be watching all these different people who have experience with retirement and seeing what their perspective is. This particular couple, they were saying that they went back to work because when they did try to retire, ain't have enough money to pay all the bills. One of them had like $100,000 in their 401k. They cashed it out. They had a penalty of tax penalty of 45%, and then after the 45% tax penalty, I'll make my YouTube video. After the 45% tax penalty, they had to pay 45% of the 100K, so they didn't get the whole 100K from their retirement back. So that leaves you know what I'm saying, only spending $55,000, which is not a lot of money. To how many years of retirement, I don't know how many years you can make off that for a couple, but it's not a lot. But it got me to thinking, if so many people are saying that they cannot afford to retire early, then that means there are also a whole bunch of people who can't afford to retire at all. So think about that. You really are being forced to work until you die. You know how they always keep pushing the retirement age back further and further and further. Every time you turn around, they push it back. It's because they know they won't have to pay out Social Security because they're expecting you to die before they have to give you the money, and they expect you to work till you die. So it's like a lose-lose. Ain't no win-win in that situation. So we gotta outsmart the system and the plan. And how we do that is we gotta have our coins ready, prepared, our ducks in a row. So we need to come up with a strategy to prepare for our retirement. And there's never an age that's too early or too late. So don't feel, you can feel discouraged. Like if you're upper age, you can feel discouraged about the time that you have left to prepare for your retirement, but do not feel discouraged. Be encouraged, because there are people who still can retire at 60, 70, or start investing for their retirement rather at 60, 70 if they still have to be in the workforce. Just be encouraged and be empowered and be optimistic and motivated and know that you can do it. All you gotta do is get a little time in the market, and of course, the older you are, you need to invest a little bit more. So what I would recommend is, if you like me and you're in your 40s, because I'm 45, I'll be 46 tomorrow, my birthday, y'all. January, Capricorn, hey. But tomorrow, I'm gonna post a video about a couple of different companies that I, researched, that have good retirement plans that offer, retirement plans for people who are doing it on their own, because everybody's job don't offer 401k, or if they do, they don't offer one that match. So here's your opportunity to have additional investment savings to start, and I can give you some tips on that, because if you do the research or you don't have time to do the research, that's okay. You do it, you prepare, but if you don't have time, you have other people who have done it, who are willing to do it and willing to share their information with you, and I'm one of those people. So I'm going to be talking about different companies that you can start investing, and we can start buying some stocks, y'all. And then Shannon be talking about how to get to the bag. Yes, I motivate y'all. Yes, I encourage y'all. I'm pouring to y'all because I pour into myself. Yes, I crack jokes. I have fun, make light of my situation, other people's situation. But this is serious business, y'all. We need serious business. It is up to us to get all the things we need and get prepared and ready for retirement now. The time is now. You want to start now, so that you don't be one of the people on those programs talking about how you can't afford to live in retirement, you can't afford to retire, and you still have to go back to the workforce, and it's still not enough. Also, there was a guy who recommended that you put aside at least $20 a week. No, you want to, and I know everybody's financial situation is different, but you want to put aside at least $250 a week. And if you can't do that with the current money that you make, people will tell you, oh, make more money. I know it's not that easy. You might not have the skill set to make more money, and then you might not have the time right now to be able to invest in the skill set, but you want to get started. So what I would recommend is you get on these gig apps, whether it's Walmart Spark, whether it's Uber Eats, DoorDash, whether it's, what's another one, Grubhub. I think they're weak as hell, but you could give them a try. You can add that. You can multi-app. You can multi-gig app. You can have a couple of them. Sign up for all the bad boys. But the ones that I recommend, that I like, and that I know I have tried personally, is Uber to drive people around in your car. Okay, if you're scared to have these strangers in your car, you don't want people in your car, then and don't try Uber or Lyft. What you would do is the delivery app. So you could do Walmart Spark, which is a good one. I recommend that one as well. I have tried that one with my daughter and myself. I like it. In between contracts or per diem shifts. Baby, I'm not too good. I'm broke mama be hustling, okay? I'm a single mama, I done done it, okay? And I also recommend Instacart, and I also recommend Shipt, SHIP, T as in Tom, P as in Paul, T as in Tom, Shipt. That's Target's Walmart, like Target delivery app. You could do deliveries where you go to their sortation center and pick up packages, whatever the size of your vehicle is, from a SUV to a small personal car, all the way up to a box truck. Baby, you can own it or rent it. You can rent one through Penske. You can rent one through U-Haul. You can link up with a friend who may have one, and y'all share it or rent from them, whatever. The more packages you pick up, the more money you can make. They got package orders anywhere from like $80 all the way up to like $200-something. If you deliver anywhere from like 20-something to like 60 packages. And then when you're done, they upload the money on your phone. But you only need to start, we're going to start with $250 a week, right? For this investment plan that we're going to get on together, and we're going to chronicle it and vlog it together. We're doing $250. Now, that's the minimum. That's not what I'm saying that you have to do. If you can afford and you have budgeted, you can do more. If you can't, and you can't find the time in your schedule to work more hours, then of course I'm always going to recommend you do something. Do what you can versus do nothing at all. Do what the man said. Put $20 a week, and that's all you can do. But because some of us, like myself, are later in life, okay, baby, we're still a little seasoned, okay, like some good chicken. We're older, so we need to invest more aggressively. That means we need to be invested in more high-risk stocks. It is what it is. And we need to be putting more money in because we have less time in the market, because we have less years to live compared to someone who's starting in the 21. Like my daughter, I tell her all the time, girl, you got the good worries. Way to get wealthy quick, fast, because she has more time to invest in the market. Only at 21, buying stocks now. Baby, let's tell her you'll be a millionaire in 10 years. Holla at you, girl. Listen to your mama. And y'all, listen to y'all mamas too. Listen to y'all daddies. Listen to y'all parents. If they giving y'all solid advice, because guess what? Our elders have been here before. They know what they're talking about. That's why it's important to listen to people who have already retired and it either went well or didn't go well. Because people will say, oh, if they are broke or if they don't have money, like case in point. You know, I always say broke mama this, broke mama that, and you might be looking like, well, I'm listening to broke mama. Because broke mama has lived. And broke mama has learned. Broke mama has tried different things and been successful in some and unsuccessful in others. You want to listen and learn, listen to and learn from people who have failed, just like people who have succeeded. Because the people who have failed, you can say, oh, what is it that you did? Okay, let me not do that. Or let me do that differently. I'm going to learn from you. Or you've been successful in a certain area of your life. What is it that you did? Oh, let me try that. Or let me tweak it my own way. Or let me do it. Follow. Success leaves clues. Follow the footprints. Let me follow the blueprint that you have set. Either way, you're learning. So, never judge a book by its cover, but definitely listen to your elders. Listen to people who are, like I said, older than you, who have lived some life or done some things that maybe you haven't done or tried, and see how it's going for them, and see how you can, what can you take away from that situation that's good or bad to be able to utilize in your own life to better your own life for your own self. So, going forward, starting next week, okay, we're going, like I said, the video will be tomorrow about the different platforms, whether it's going to be Empower, whether it's going to be Vanguard, whether it's going to be WeWorld, whether it's going to be Robinhood, whether it's going to be Acorn. I don't know, but I'm going to have a list of them. I'm going to talk about it. It's going to be a brief little video. It's not going to be long because, yes, I'm doing my research, but I am not knowledgeable on all the different hosting platforms for purchasing stocks and investments and 401ks and IRAs. I know personally about Empower because that's one of the ones that I have that you can have on your own, independent from a job. You know, some companies and organizations do work with Empower. It's Empower with the E. But you can do it on your own as well. But I know about that one specifically. I also know about Fidelity and also Vanguard. And I know about Acorns and Robinhood and WeWorld. That's it. But I'm going to give you some options to choose from. But we're going to get us a high yield savings account this year. Yeah, we're going to do all the things to prepare ourselves for wealth creation. Because in order to be where the money is, we need to learn and we need to grow, but we have to implement, and it starts now. We can't wait till next month. When I say act on things, try things, put it into effect. We always say, oh, I'm gonna try that, I'm gonna do that, and then time goes by, we never do it. We're not in the season of procrastination. We're not procrastinating, we are implementing in this season of our lives. Okay, let me see what's my next one. Got a multitask, y'all. Come on, so past the lids. That look is done. 13. Let me take him off of his breathing treatment. Hold on. For real? Okay. I'll be look, I was gonna say, okay, but I wanna know why. Lord. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, the time is now. We are not waiting. We are not delaying. We are not putting anything off. We are getting it done. One and done. Because we got plans, y'all. And you know what part of the plan is? Part of the plan is to not be poor in our older years, sitting somewhere eating cat food, sharing it with our cat that we can't afford. We're not, you know what I'm saying? That's not the reality. That's not the life that we have imagined and set for ourselves. We're going to be prepared. We're going to live a wealthy, healthy, happy life. Okay? Know that. That's why I be bringing y'all to the gym with me since I started working out, because baby, it encompasses everything. Wealth, health, all the things. I'm trying to get my life together. Broke, I'm trying to get my life together. And I want y'all to get it together with me. If it's not together already, now if your life already together, then praise God, okay? Come get on in here and give us some tips in the comments. Blow the comment section up, because we all need to share and learn and grow from each other and with each other. It takes a community, okay? Yes, y'all, it take a community, okay? You need to effervescent. So we're gonna work together. We're gonna do this together, y'all. We're gonna stay optimistic and we're gonna stay hopeful that it's possible. Because we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. I'm always telling y'all that. I'm pouring to y'all because it's possible. It is. It is. Y'all like my hat? Oh, y'all, I'm just getting to this hat, baby. Let's get into it. Okay. Hold on, let me take my earpiece off. Look at this, y'all. Ooh. Look at this, y'all. It's cute. It's so soft. Y'all see? Hold on, I want y'all to see. Look at the girl. Check out the, check out the, it's so, oh, girl, what? Call me hat lady because I love a good hat, y'all. And if y'all have any hat companies that y'all work with, because that's another thing I want to start doing. I want to sell hats, y'all. Start me a little hat drop ship. I know, I don't know, I just love hats, but if y'all know any good hat vendors, okay, before I get to find anyone researching, please reach out and share or recommend, you know, who I can buy wholesale from. But in any event, back on topic. So y'all, let's, in this season, let's prepare ourselves. Like the ant and the grasshopper story, I always talk, that's one of my favorite stories, okay? I always tell people, don't be the grasshopper, be the ant. Teach my daughter that. Prepare. You see how the ant got himself ready. Like the grasshopper was kicking it, okay? Like the whole winter, right? Living his best life, right? Watching the ant hustle and work hard the whole year. Preparing. Well, not really the whole year. I know the ant be working hard through the whole year, but you really was watching him prepare, right? For the winter. So he watching him get ready. He building his house. He getting his little food ready. He on his money. He stacking up all his resources. Grasshopper kicking it, laid back on trees, watching the ant, talking shit to him. Then the winter comes. Grasshopper ain't prepared. He about to freeze to death and starve to death. He come looking into the ant for help. Be the grasshopper? No, you don't want to be the grasshopper. Be the ant? Check, yes. Let me see. That way, check. You want to be the ant. Be the ant, don't be the grasshopper. Yeah, just telling y'all, it's hard out here, right? And we all know that, and we aware that it's nothing new. The economy is like really fucked up for a lot of people. It's harder for some people than it is for others. But why make it harder for yourself later in life when you're older, right? It's your body's not in shape, you know. As we get older, a lot of us, our health deteriorates. So how you gonna be, especially depending on what industry you're in now, how you gonna be putting in that physical labor, or if you don't have a physically demanding job, even getting a job if you get laid off. And a lot of people who have to go back into the workforce are having trouble getting a job. It was this one lady who said she went to an interview. They want to give her a job because they wanted a young, she said how she referred to as a young pretty girl at the reception to the front desk versus her. She said she had better skills and experience than the person that they actually hired, you know, because she's older, so she probably been in the work field for years, and she probably was a better candidate. But who they want the young chick, and they want the one who probably got, you know, less health issues, who probably won't call off for doctor's appointments as much. The one maybe who is in their minds more, or eyes, more aesthetically pleasing. I don't know, whatever industry it is, who's at the front desk, who knows? But I know one thing, you don't want to be fighting and scrambling for jobs, competing with the younger generation when you are an elderly person, because baby, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's all about EEOC, don't discriminate against age, race, and religion and all that sex. Baby, they're gonna discriminate. They will. And do. And they do. They do and they will. You out here starving, trying to eat. And of course, pay your bills. And they ain't gonna give you the opportunity to work and even provide for yourself. Don't get caught up in that situation. That sucks. Prepare yourself now. The time is now. Get on now. Get rich. Get that money. Get that bag. Secure your future financially. Because it won't be as mentally draining. Because can you imagine how stressful that is? Trying to figure out how just to eat and provide for yourself when you're elderly. It's hard now. I don't know what age you are, but baby, at 45, you're 46 tomorrow. It's hard now. So I can only imagine how hard it's going to be at 55, 65, 75, 85, 90. If the Lord even bless me to live that long, baby, it's going to be even harder. But guess what? If I'm not prepared, it's going to be even harder. If I still have to get out here in the workforce. Now, I do not say, okay, that you don't have the ability to retire early. Forget what they talking about in that video. As far as that goes, we're going to take that modality and that mass sex, keep it out the window. If you want to retire early, you can. It's just about how you strategically set yourself up to be able to do so. But prepare yourself, because if you think you're going to retire early, just only have $1 million, $2 million, depending on your spending habits, that's going to be gone like that. So if you retire early, you still got 30 to 40 to 50 years left to live, then make sure you got enough money to carry yourself for your expenses for that year. If in a year you overspend and you making 50 to 75 a year, then don't think that you're going to get out here and retire with only 45 or 25 or even 10,000 per year. If you divide it, say, case in point, let's do the math. Say you got $100,000 when you retire. I don't know how far you think it's going to take you unless you got 2 years left to live. And if you would be living on $50,000 a year, you would have to stretch it out. You would have to make sure that covers. Don't have no car, no insurance. Don't have no house bill, no mortgage, or no rent. But make sure that covers your food and utilities. Okay, the $50K, depending on what your living expenses in the area you live in, maybe you could make it 2 years off of that. If you ain't 2 years from death, or you know what I'm saying, then you can't just retire with that $100K. You're gonna need to run that money up. So do the math and see how much money you are spending per year, how much you think you'll need to live per year in your retirement. And that's, you need a multiplier. Multiply that by how many years you plan to be retired. If you want to be retired for 40 years, you're trying to hop out the game at 30 or something, I don't know. You're trying to hop out the game at 40, 50, 60, whatever. You want to have 30, 40, 50 years left of retirement. You need that amount of years, 30, 40, 50 times how many thousands of dollars you need to live off of. So if it's 40 years you want to be retired, 40 years not working, you need 40 years times, let's say 50,000, even though that's not the realistic number for most. We're just going to put that out there. So that would be how much? What's that, 2 million, 20 million? I don't know. Well, let's see. Let me do the math. We got 50,000 times 40 years. Okay, no, that ain't. I know you a lie. Okay, there we go. That's $2 million. I put 200,000, y'all. Oh my God, I forgot. So I forgot a zero. So that's $2 million. So if you are trying to be retired for 40 years and you're thinking you're gonna need 50,000 average per year, that means you're gonna need $2 million at retirement minimum. And please know that you need to play with those numbers and tweak those numbers, because I'm sure it's gonna be more than that, because you have to consider and factor in the cost of inflation, because as the years go by, things cost more. You need more money to live, and your 50K or whatever amount you have per year set up and allocated turns out to be less. So that 50K in 10 years might be worth 20K. So baby, in other words, you need some money. I need Z money. Let's get Z money, y'all. We out here, let's get Z money. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. I'm gonna go get my meds. I got a couple more to give, and I'm gonna take my break. Y'all wish our girl a big one. Happy birthday to me. Capricorn energy. Let's get this money, y'all. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, subscribe. $1 Billion Baby Mama TV. Be great and motivate. Be well. Yeah.